Good evening, everyone. Today is August the 25th, 2025. Father, we thank you for allowing us to see you another day. We actually got that you blessed this broadcast as well as our viewers and the guests as well. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Thanks for tuning
Amen.
in. We got a special show tonight for this upcoming play this weekend. But before we get into the inheritance, let me start by saying happy born day to my bro, Big Ron. Happy born day, bro.
Happy birthday, Ron.
It looked like he froze.
Yeah.
I don't know if he froze or it's comedy. All right, he switched up on us. You there, Ron?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Happy born day, bro.
Thank you, brother. You know I love you, man.
No, I love you too, man. No doubt. But tonight we got a special show. We got an upcoming stage play, gospel stage play, The Inheritance, written and produced by the incomparable Teresa B. Howe. It'll be here in the Durham, North Carolina area this Saturday, August 29th. So if you haven't gotten your tickets already, please want to. Hey, what's good, Sam? Sam said I want to buy 2 tickets and donate some to someone. My wife and I will be out of town. Thanks, Sam. That's what I was going to Gary mention too. For those that say, I wish I could be there. If you can't be here, still purchase some tickets and be a blessing to someone else. But we got the Inheritance coming up this weekend in Durham, North Carolina. There'll be 2 shows, and we'll get into a little bit that later. But tonight we also have with us joining us the guest or some of the cast of the show, as long as the creator and producer, Teresa B. Teresa B, you want to introduce everybody, or you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Sure. They don't need to know about me. They just need to know about my cast. So, we got Brianna and Brandon. They're in the car together. They are boyfriend and girlfriend in the play.
Okay.
Brianna has issues in the play. and Brandon's our little drug dealer. He's our little drug dealer.
Okay.
Ron, Big Ron, he's one of the deacons.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Saved, help save the church. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
and he's a funny deacon too. He got some good parts. We got Miss Rochelle. She is Ashanti. She is the wife of Jason's brother. Yeah. So she got a lot of stuff going on. And then we got Traquan, who he went to school with my children, so I got to watch him grow. Traquan is also one of the deacons. He's Deacon Ellis. He got issues too. And then we got Mr. Brandon Odom. He was with me. Well, let me say this. Rochelle was with me as well as Brandon with That Church Life. So you got to see the play of That Church Life. So you're familiar with it. Brandon was the one that played the guy with the Jamaican accent.
Mm-hmm.
You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now this time he's the big brother that is off the chain with the mouth. So yeah, but they're doing big things and great actors and actresses. Andre Minkins, who is the director, he's still trying to come in. I don't know if he can hear us or not, but he's driving. So, well, they're all driving. They're all in the cars. We just left rehearsal.
Okay.
They just left rehearsal. I watched them on the video tonight. I finally got a break. Praise God. Praise God.
Well, I thank all of you guys for being on tonight. Like I said, I know you guys are traveling. Like you said, you just got out of rehearsal. So I thank you for taking our time to do this. But anybody want to start first, or anybody want to dive in as to? Well, let me ask you this first. How did this play come about, Teresa?
It was all a dream. No,
Wow.
Go there.
That's where it started.
Well, it really did start from a dream. Seriously though. I had them gifts Marvin know all about me. You know, I got them midnight, late in the midnight with the oils. So some stuff came to mind, and at first I thought about a book, but then I said, wait a minute, this might be a really good stage play. Let me see how I can work this. So my first play, I hired somebody to like take the information out of my books and put it into a script. But this time, this was actually just a homemade script with no book. So it was kind of challenging, but it it worked. It worked. So that's how it came into fruition. And we originally wanted to have it in September, but North Carolina Central and Aggies, they're playing each other on North Carolina Central's campus that day, so we had to move the date.
Gotcha.
Keep praying.
Ugh.
Don't, not too much. Not too much over there. No, nah, not too much.
Yes, but we can go around the room and let them talk. Let me see. We're gonna start on the energy side with Brandon Monroe and Brianna Witherspoon. They always got energy, lots of it.
It takes a lot.
Tell the
It
viewers
takes
a
a
little bit
lot.
about yourself, about yourselves.
You want to go first? Okay. Well, I'm Brandon Monroe. I am originally from a small town that way in Harnett County, Anger, North Carolina, or some people say Angier. I went to North Carolina A&T State University, a proud alum. I went to school for music, and outside of that, I'm a father, husband, property manager. I do acting, and being able to be a part. This is my first show with the wonderful Teresa B, and I'm super excited. She's done some great work, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Um, I'm excited about the role. She's pulling me into a whole nother element. A lot of people are used to seeing me singing and dancing and being goofy, but this is more serious, and it channels a different side of what I'm not used to playing, which I love because it's stretching me as an actor. So I'm super excited, and then to be able to have my friend and my sister here, Brianna, also be in the show with me and also play my crazy drug addict girlfriend is pretty fun to have her in the show with me. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Brianna.
Well, yes, sir. Just to second, piggyback off of what Brandon said. My name is Brianna Witherspoon. I am really excited about this show. And Teresa, she wrote a phenomenal show, and I'm just glad to put this on its feet and all of us creating this really from scratch and seeing other artists bring their different characters to life. Like Brandon said, I have a background in theater. I've done a lot of musical theater. Most of the stuff I do, like Sister Act, I've done Once on This Island, just to name a few shows. Memphis, played lead roles in that show. It was glorious. Um, and so doing to do this character is completely stretching me as an actor to tap more into the serious roles because normally, like Brandon said, when people are seeing us, they've seen us singing and acting pretty much goofy or whatnot. And I'm just excited for people to come and watch it and hopefully they really be blessed or like they can pull something from this story. You have all of the feels. You got the comedic, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you may want to sing with us, all that great stuff. So I'm really excited. And Andre is doing his best directing.
oh
So
yeah,
I'm loving it. And also my cast members, just to have phenomenal other people just to pull from, that that's amazing in itself. Because sometimes you have other people in the show and they not really give you much, but this cast is giving you their all,
yeah.
everything. Like it's hard for us to keep a straight face on stage and not be great character. So I'm really excited.
Cool. Who we got next?
Traquan.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Trey Holman. Originally from Durham, North Carolina. Graduated from Winston-Salem State University. with the communications degree. I did have the opportunity of working with Mr. Meekins as a director at Winston-Salem State, so it was a pleasure knowing that he'll be directing this play. This is my first time with Miss Teresa being a producer, but I would say this play is definitely one for the books that I have been one of the productions that I've been part of, and I can't wait for you all to get to experience it, learn some new things about
Oh,
just feel.
he live in the country, y'all. Give him a
He
minute.
in the he in the wilderness.
He's in the trees. Like he's shooting something.
He in the wilderness.
He's shooting something.
Yeah, that might be.
You there, Traquan?
Okay, I'm
In
back
the,
on.
All
I'll
right.
come back.
It's glitching. It's a glitch in the matrix. It's a glitch in the matrix.
All right, Miss Rochelle.
Hey, hey. So I am Rochelle Walker. I hail from the great city of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Vietnam. I
Mhm.
have the pleasure of working with Miss Teresa B. Howe before with that church life, as she said earlier, and I'm so honored and grateful to be able to be in another one of her great productions. I'm looking forward to great things. Yeah, got a wonderful cast, and it's fun putting this together. So I know it's gonna be a hoop for everybody that comes to see it.
That's what's up. And who else we got left? Ron.
Big Ron.
Yo, I'm excited.
Yo.
Saturday, it's going down. So let me tell you this. Like, I met Teresa a while ago. Don't even know how we met, but I knew we was gonna connect in some way. She did her good writing. This cast is crazy. They something's wrong with them. I think they need to be studied. I'm gonna say that. And Saturday, I think Saturday you will see it. Please be on time because Andre don't play. And two shows. We got some surprises. There's always gonna be, and if I'm in the play, it's always gonna be a surprise. So there will be some surprises that I will not reveal. It's fun. This cast is phenomenal. I think we became family overnight because like we do little stuff and make each other laugh. I think we probably get on Andre nerves because we just like we became so close.
And do.
Like
Okay.
like we became true. So it's nothing like, and I've done a lot of plays, just did a movie, but like these became my brothers and sisters, and like it's going down. So get your tickets. Like we starting on time, and we not playing no games. We gonna take you to church. We gonna have a good time.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. So
Brandon. We got one more. We got one more.
okay, good.
Brand is on the bottoms. We got two Brandons. This is
I was about to say, I
Brandon.
thought, yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yo. It's Mr. Brandon Odom, originally from New York City, the world. I was in that church life with Teresa when she originally did that production. Glad to be back for this one. It's a little different than what we did the first time, and you guys are going to love it. So definitely make sure you get your tickets, come out, and support. Shabba.
What? See, this is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. So we already said that it's two shows. What time are the shows actually starting? What time is the first show?
3 o'clock
3 o'clock.
and 7:30.
Okay.
7.
And we're trying to get the link put up in for those that haven't purchased tickets already. You guys can just follow the link and purchase the tickets that way. Like I said, if you can't be there yourself, actually purchase a ticket for somebody else. You know what I mean? Be a blessing to somebody else, pay it forward. I'm sure that they will be gladly, it will be enjoyed and they would gladly appreciate it. Especially with all that's going on. We could use a good laugh, some live entertainment in the world today. Would that be, like I said, I already said happy birthday to Ron. Teresa, I want to ask you, like, for you as the creator of this, The Inheritance, what's the difference between writing this? What's more difficult, if there is any difficulties, in the difference between writing a book and writing a play?
Oh my goodness. Woo. It's a big difference. Because, well, I don't know, because I was told that I was
It could have
even
been this area.
a great storyteller
Yeah,
when I wrote books. So I'm not for sure.
very much
Um,
construction.
but who is
Mute your
that?
phone. So one of you mute your phone.
Raquan, you just
Tr-
yapping. um, it it's difficult to connect the dots with the play more than with the book. That's what I need to say. It's difficult because you gotta you gotta do more talking than actually, like with a book, you just give a scene. You create a scene and you put characters, you plot it on top of the scene. But a play, it's more like you gotta actually go line by line with those voices, and that's a difficult thing to do, to keep those conversations going without going crazy. so so yeah, it's hard. It's actually more challenging, but it's worth it in the end.
Hmm. And how did the casting come about? How did you go about the casting process for this?
Well, I knew that I was gonna get Brandon back. That was my goal. That was my goal, to get my little Jamaican back. Um, Rochelle, the woman that plays Mother Beulah, she was also Mother Smithfield in That Church Life. Um, Mother Pauline, that's in this play, she was in That Church Life, and Mother Sharon was also in That Church Life. So even though I made them audition, I knew I was going to, take them. But I gotta be difficult. So they all auditioned, and then Traquan was actually at that audition at Winston-Salem State. And he was just sitting there. I didn't even know he was there to audition. And then finally somebody said, well, what about him? And I was like, oh, snap. So he came in and he did some lines and he did a great job. Ron, uh, I saw Ron's a Facebook post or something that flashed, and it made me remember that he had did some acting. And so I just asked him. Brianna and
You didn't ask me.
Brandon.
You told me. You didn't ask me. You told me.
Well, I told you. Yes, I did. And then Brianna and Brandon, I met them through LaWanda, who plays Mother Beulah. But I actually kind of knew Brandon already because he's another one that it's kind of like part of the family, but not part of the family. So yeah, the other ones, past the one that plays the pastor is actually AJ Tharrington. He's a pastor. You know AJ.
Yeah.
He plays the pastor in the play, and who would be who, like, when I had a role for a pastor, he's the perfect pastor. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I just asked him, had you been in
It's at the
plays
bottom.
before?
At the bottom.
So
That's
yeah,
what's up. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't actually know AJ personally. I know of him. I used to work with his dad though, so I know all about him. And where the type of family that he comes from. Pretty cool dude. I'm looking forward to meeting him in person. And I'm kind of appalled that you actually auditioned Rochelle, because I'm a Rochelle fan. I remember Rochelle thoroughly. I actually have a picture with Rochelle.
Really?
Make sure I get another one this Saturday.
What? Yes.
Yeah. So Rochelle, if you don't remember, Marvin came to dinner with us. He's actually Angelica's cousin.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes. I got it. Ah! Oh my gosh. You got to get another picture. Yes.
that's it. Um, what else did I have? Hey, what did you guys say to Trey Quan? They said that you were like the new to the bunch. You were just sitting there, what auditioning. What drew you to be a part of this, or to want to be a part of this?
Can he hear you? Traquan, he talking
Yeah,
to you, baby.
Trey Quan. Yeah,
Oh, I can hear you. I can't hear.
you were muted. You had muted yourself. You good?
Hold on, it's my connection. It's my connection. Hold on. Let me come back out and come back in.
Come on, Shaquan.
I told you he live in the woods.
Oh my goodness.
Down here in North Carolina, that's very believable. There are many places like that.
Yes.
All right, I'm back in. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You good?
Okay. Sorry about that. What was the question?
What drew you to be a part of this project?
My brother's stuck in the wilderness.
What really brought me to this project, I believe I saw it on, I think I saw a Facebook post, that Brandon had shared. Brandon Monroe had shared. He was like, they were still interested in looking for some people to be a part of this production, and I thought about it, I said, well, since Brandon, sent me the invitation, let me go ahead and just try to reach out. And so that's when I first met, I went to Wisconsin State campus, and met Miss Teresa and Lawanda. And I think it was just like two more people that I saw that I didn't, I won't really too familiar with their faces. But as we began to talk, and then Miss Teresa like, you hear the audition? I said, yes, I'm here to audition. And so she, we went through the script of figuring out what role would be good. And I had to, of course, sing a song. um, but once I read the play, read the script that I was being a part
You
of,
ain't sing
I
no song.
immediately
No, sir.
began to be interested. And ever from there, we've been rocking and rolling. And then I found out that Mr. Minkins was actually the director. So I said, "Oh, I've been working with him a lot during school." So it was familiarity of how he directs and the way he does things, of portraying the character and get more in depth with your role. And ever since then, we've been here.
Cool, cool. Brandon, what made you want to be a part of this project again? I know you and Teresa have history. What brought you back to this particular project?
Yeah. Just from knowing her and wanting to be a part, I know that she's a good writer. Period. So anything that she's putting herself back into, and it was her first play after coming back from her hiatus for a little while. She was out there being a superstar. So once she came back and she was finally putting another play on, I wanted to be, a part of it. As soon as she reached out about it, I was definitely interested in it. So I know anything she does is going to be, gold.
That's what's
Thank
up.
you.
That's
I'm
what's up.
so sweet.
Um, I was just about to ask Brianna a question. She just went back out. She probably be back in. Uh,
I'm trying to get the
Rochelle.
link. Hold on.
All right,
I'm let me try to get that for you.
Brianna, what you
Yes.
playing? The addict. Did you go to Samuel L. Jackson route? Did you do any research for this role?
Um, I did do some research for this role, being that it's very different for me. And I feel like I'm hearing myself echo, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's. I think it's because you
Um,
and Brandon in the car together.
hmm Yeah, but I definitely did some research for this role, just to dig deep, and to strip,
Have Brandon mute
every part
himself.
of the emotion and whatever my character is feeling in that moment. Being strung out on drugs and being in the church and
Brianna, Brianna,
Mhm.
have Brandon mute himself because you're doing an echo.
Is he on?
Yeah, it's still
No,
showing
he
that
ain't
he.
on. That's
I
me.
don't know. Mm,
Hold on one
I'm not
second.
sure why the echo is.
Am I still echoing?
Yeah.
Mm. Here twice.
Nip go out, come back in. So Rochelle, you being a veteran, how was it for you to be back as like Brandon said after Miss Teresa B hiatus? How did it feel working back with her again?
All right. Can y'all hear us now?
Yeah.
Yes. Rochelle.
Okay.
Rochelle can't hear you.
Rochelle focus on that road
Mhm.
as she should be.
Rochelle, can you hear us? You, yeah, you.
Yeah, she's not muted.
She must be in a dead spot.
Mm,
Fayetteville.
might be.
Can you hear? She can't hear us.
I can't. Yeah, I can't hear her.
Can she hear
But what
me?
were you
Call her by
saying,
her
Brianna?
stage name, Shanti.
Hmm.
What were you saying before you went out?
Oh yeah, I definitely was doing a lot of studying for this role and trying to really intricately character build and background stories for the characters. So Brandon and I definitely came up with a background story on how to help us within the show, because normally with building the show and being that you don't necessarily get too much of the background, so we had to build that from scratch who we who for our characters or whatnot. So yes.
That's what's good. What about
Rochelle.
Rochelle? Can you hear us now? Nah, she's
Rochelle.
still.
Ashanti.
The
Call her
connection
by her
sounded like
stage
mine.
name, Ashanti.
All right. Teresa, did you have anything that you wanted to ask any of these guys and ladies?
Well, I can't because they live in the country.
All right. I live in, not all of
Not
us.
all of us, we some of us like the
Well,
We still in the
the
city.
suburb.
it makes me wonder because like Brianna and Brandon being in the field already, did they hear about that church life back in the day? Makes me wonder, you know, what do they know and what they don't know based upon since they're so much younger. Just curious.
Me honestly,
I can say for me, I actually did not. I was, when you mentioned that you had this stage plays, I was doing my research and trying to go back to find like how I can see them, because I'm like, just hearing about them, it seemed like the storyline and the actors that were a part of the show definitely gave a award worthy presentation to, to where it was not only just a stage production, but it was also a book. And so to be able to see that and wanting to get more information, or like seeing, footage of it or pictures, I think for me that also kind of helped me know like, okay, this lady is really serious about what she's doing, and she's really dedicated to making sure that her audience has something that they can talk about later. It's not just going to a show and you be like, oh yeah, that was good, but like they can really go back and talk about it later, and also be able to say, oh no, I also got that book, or do you know she got a book, or do you know she about to write a new book about this, she about to write her new book about the inheritance, whatever the case may be. So it's like, for me, knowing what I know now, I wish that I was able to see one of the shows.
so no, I have not um heard anything about the show. I just knew once I got the script how of an amazing writer you are, and I'm muffled. Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Your volume is low. Like you don't sound like Brandon. You sound like
I
Mhm.
don't
super
sound
loud.
like Brandon. Do I need to talk louder?
That's a little better.
Okay. Um. Basically, what I was saying is that with Teresa, I didn't really have that know much about like that church life or heard anything about it. But I knew once I read the script for Inheritance of how of a phenomenal writer she is. So I really didn't need to do much research, but it does make me want to, like Brandon say, see those other shows and see if you had those like video footage and stuff like that, and um, just based upon how you tell your stories. Like, and I know you and I had a conversation, and you said you're a storyteller, as us actors are. We're storytellers as well. Like, you give us the words to basically just so we can act that on stage, and I love that. about you. So, no, I had no idea, but I'm glad I know you now. And we stuck like glue, girl.
Look, let me tell you something, Marvin. Let me tell you something. So it's 11 members, 11. Now they gonna challenge me to write another script and fit all 11 in. How I'm gonna do that?
Yes, you can do it.
It's possible.
I
What you mean?
say,
How you gonna do that?
You got so many other stories. You got it.
Just start with that pencil.
Yeah,
Okay.
all
Well,
on
and have a
personality you
dream.
got in your head, you be
It
good.
was all a dream.
Oh, you so crazy.
they don't understand. I'm a little older now than that church life, so
And you a little wiser.
Ah,
Oh,
shut
by
up, oh,
Shondo.
my God. Ah, no, no,
You
no, no,
know
no,
I'm
yeah.
churchy. You know I'm churchy for real. Don't do that.
It only takes a second.
whatever.
So let me ask you this, Teresa, with like you said, with the little hiatus you had taken, was it difficult for you to come back and write this and create this, or what was
Well,
that process like for you?
let me just say that in Atlanta, for those 5 years, I was having a lot of fun. And North Carolina makes you come back to reality. Atlanta is fantasy. North Carolina is reality. It hits a little different. So when I came back, because I didn't have all the distractions of doing all the stuff I was doing in Atlanta, because it's so much music. I'm so into music, and every time you turned around, no matter what day of the week, you could go listen to somebody sing something. And so here, you don't have all that action. So I had a lot of time on my hands here. But in Atlanta, no, I was very busy. And then I was, doing stuff with the magazine and interviewing, a couple of our music folks. So it just took up a lot of my time to where writing was not on the forefront. Like it wasn't even really a thought, and I couldn't focus. Like I really did try sometimes to sit down and write because I got other books in the wings too, but I just realized that was not the place. If I was going to continue what I was doing, I'm going to have to go back home. So I had to come back to North Carolina.
When I think of home,
And look at you now. You met
Ooh.
us.
I
And
think
is
of
secret
Ooh.
still the
where
thing?
Huh?
Do you still
Which
are you still doing the Heat Seekers? Are you still doing the magazine?
no, that ended December 2025, unfortunately. I didn't want to end it. It did a 5-year run, but um magazines are just not in anymore with all the digital stuff. So
Mm. But I do
yeah.
want to again take the time out to thank you for highlighting this show, the Marvin Bennett Jr. show, in Heat Seekers. I was gladly, first of all, I was honored, but I was gladly appreciative that you would consider me to be a part of that. So I'm glad to be a part of history in that sense. Um, what about the cast? Did anybody have anything for any of your castmates? Any questions for your castmates or for Teresa?
What is? I do have a question, Teresa. What is your most anticipated scene from this show?
ooh, that's a good one. I want to know.
Hmm. I like the intensity of when Mother Beulah loses her money and comes back to the church with an open heart. I
Okay.
love that well it's two things. I love to see redemption, but I also love to, so for Brianna's role, for her to go from bad to good, she transitioned well, because drug addiction is a hard fight for those that have it. um and to see her one way, and then all of a sudden she's this beautiful blossoming flower once she has the baby. I love that scene. But I liked how Beulah thought that she was all that in a bag of chips, and God shut her down. Like,
Mm-hmm. Quick.
like you gonna get it together one day, no matter what. And she didn't have a choice. And so, but her downfall became everybody's once she got it together, it became everybody's fortune
Yeah,
because she still had money. So
that's
yeah,
good.
Now,
might be telling.
when you say Beulah, is that being played by Rhonda?
No, Beulah is actually Lawanda, the
LaWanda.
one that
Okay, yeah.
played Mother Smithfield. Rhonda is playing Mother Sharon.
Okay, gotcha.
Hmm.
Mm, that's what's up. I ain't really have too many more questions. Did you guys have anything, like I said, for any one another? I know you guys are traveling and trying to get situated to get home and eat and all that good stuff. I know everything closes around 10 o'clock here at 11 o'clock. You guys are probably
Okay.
tired of Waffle House.
It wasn't like that in Atlanta.
Waffle House and Cookout is all you're gonna get now.
I said Waffle House, yeah.
Yeah, but
I would
I
say
just
just
want
for
to.
the
Oh, go
go ahead.
ahead. Oh,
My little last spiel is for
go
people
ahead.
that are watching this. I would say definitely support the arts. It's always easier for people to support the other shows that's on Broadway and off Broadway shows, or go to all these concerts. And but then you have the black entrepreneurs who are artists and directors and playwriters, and they don't get the same love that most community or professional theater companies get. And so I feel like, for those that know Teresa and support her
and
work,
support her
and
work,
also
and
support
also
the actors that are also part of this production. I think that it's important to share, talk about it, get people to come out and support. And like you said, if you can't come, definitely get a ticket and send that ticket to someone and say, "Hey, Teresa, I bought a ticket. Give it to somebody, gift somebody," because you never know. This is a life-changing production. Just from the start to finish, somebody's life is going to be changed. It's a testimony for some people. It's a breakthrough for others. And I think that, it's really a ministry moment in the midst of chaos and in the midst of the comical side of it. It's really one of those things where you don't want to miss it. It's going to be amazing. And you don't want to be one of those, man, I wish I should have been there. I wish I could have, would have, should have, because it's going to be too late until the Lord provides for, us to be, moving around and city to city, state to state.
Take us on tour. Take us on tour.
Yeah,
But yes,
and just to
support the
piggyback,
arts.
just to piggyback on what you said, Brandon. I'm glad you brought that up because I think that's very pivotal in today's age and today's society. One of the things that really sucked to me, in my personal opinion, I know it's probably not a popular opinion, but I'm telling my age a little bit here. Is social media. You know what I mean? The access of social
Yes.
media is destroyed. One of the beautiful things about being growing up in the 80s and the 90s was you had to be in the moment. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It was nothing like actually being there. There was no video, there was no cell phones, there was no footage. But to get to say I was there the night that Wyclef kicked it with KRS-One live in person, and oh my God, you couldn't believe it. Like the memories, they last that much longer as opposed to just clicking on a 30-second click and accessibility for everything. So I
Mm-hmm.
kind of want this younger generation, they will never understand that, but I would like for them to learn how to get into the process of actually not waiting to check it out on YouTube, not checking it
Right.
out on TikTok, but actually spending some money and supporting people because you do make a difference. Um,
Yeah.
and it will be the same way that you're a blessing to this cast and the directors and the producers. God will in turn bless you. So let's get back into actually going to concerts. Let's actually going back to musicals, going back to church services and church events instead of just
Come
streaming
on.
everything online. Like, you know what I mean? That is very essential because one of the comparisons that I like to use, and I'm not preaching at all, but one of the comparisons I always try to tell people is Thanksgiving, right? The food is the food, but it's different if you're working and somebody has to bring you a plate. It's the same food, but it's a different atmosphere when you're in that living room and everybody's watching the football games and all the
Yep.
women are in the kitchen though talking about this and that there. There's something about being in the atmosphere that you can't get from online. It just can't be
That's
done. You
real.
can't reduplicate that. So it's very
You can't.
essential that we get out there and support. Did you want to talk about some of the vendors that are going to be there this weekend?
Sure. Um, so we have 8 vendors, but I can't remember all their names. We have a lot of treats, a lot of food, t-shirts, vendors, cake, cookies, soul rolls. Yeah. Oh, there's someone that's selling jewelry and handbags and accessories and things like that. And there's also a guy out of he was in one of Tyler Perry's um yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Perry's plays. He sells oils on the side. So
Maurice.
yeah, so he'll be there. So we're excited about almost being sold out. And did I say we're almost sold out?
Come
We're
on.
excited. We're excited about the buzz that has caused in such a short period of time, because normally when I have done a play, we had 3 or 4 months to rehearse, but we wanted to hurry up and get it out there because I mean we do know that it's going to go in to some different places. This one is going to take us somewhere, so we're excited that we got the crowd to come in and put the buzz out there. Gave away, I had community day one day and I just went to the mall and just started giving a few tickets, um because you never know. You can't wait for everybody to buy. Like it's the same way that I deal with my books. It's the same marketing strategy. I was giving away free books, and next thing you know, somebody was putting my books in libraries. So, you know, you each one teach one, or whatever they say. Like you give some things away, and let some people have that opportunity that might not have been able to afford that ticket. So we take donations. We might be putting a cutoff on the 3 o'clock show real soon because of the numbers. We don't want y'all to be sitting on top of each other, but we do have that 7:30 show. So
Come to that
um,
7:30 show, folks.
if it says sold out, we got 7:30 waiting just for you.
Mm.
Hmm.
That was the last question I had for you, Teresa. Like from start to finish, like how quick? Because I remember you asking me about places to rent and possibly doing a play again. What was that timetable like from you? Man, do I really want to do this again? To actually it being this Saturday.
Well, I hate that LaWanda isn't on this interview because she's my biggest cheerleader. LaWanda, since I left North Carolina, you gotta do a play. You gotta do a play. What is wrong with you? Why did you do that? I don't want to talk about music. I want to talk about plays. And for 5 years straight, she was protesting. And so when I came back, that was like the first thing, that was the first conversation. So I was like, I see what I can do. I don't know about that. And she was like, T, you tripping. Like, yeah. So, so yeah. So I went on ahead and I listened to her this time. And I'm glad I did because I didn't even know I had all that in me. So yeah, I'm I have to give her the credit because we would not
Yeah.
be here without me listening to her mouth every single day for years and years. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody have any closing thoughts?
Come to the
Rochelle,
show.
can you
We're
hear
just
us yet?
excited.
Rochelle?
Rochelle? Yes, now I can. I don't know what happened. The devil is a liar. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yes, I'm excited about it. I like everything everybody's saying. It's really when I was out, I don't know what was said, but I was listening to Brandon talk when I came back on, and I'm just thinking how, like I said, you're gonna find people that you identify in this show. That's what I like about it. It's about real stuff. It's about what happens when that inheritance come in, and folk doing things. So folk going a lot of feelings, a lot of, you're going to see maybe yourself or somebody else that you've seen, when things go down with that inheritance. So listen, come and be blessed.
No doubt.
No doubt.
I appreciate it, man. I
I
appreciate you guys
appreciate it,
taking
man.
the
I
time
appreciate
out.
you guys taking the time out.
Ooh,
Now you
yeah.
echoing.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know why. It's because of Rochelle's if she's not muted. I don't know what that was about, and it just started doing it. But again, I wanted to just thank all the cast. I wanted to thank each and every one of you for taking out the time to do this. I know you guys have rehearsal. I know you guys had a busy day today. And I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I appreciate you taking out the time to do this. Like I said, those that are in the surrounding areas, you don't have to be in North Carolina. You could try to get one of these plays on Saturday. 3 o'clock is the first show.
Mm-hmm.
3 o'clock, and then the
On
second show is
time.
at 7:30. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
be on time, as Ron said earlier. Uh, and again, I can't stress it enough. If you can't physically make it there yourself, be a blessing. Like Teresa said, they're accepting donations. You could be a blessing. Try to support the vendors that are there as well. We were talking about support a little while ago. That's very important as well. Um, Black-owned businesses, just supporting one another and everything that we do. You know what I mean? Um, that's very near and dear to my heart. So I hope that everybody would take the time out to, like you said, if you get to make it there, support our vendors as well. And I'll try to get the information after the show is over for the vendors. If you guys want to contact them even after the show is over and support them in whatever they're doing in their particular endeavors. Um, but for those that are watching on Facebook, the link to purchase tickets is in the comment section. For those that are for watching on YouTube, I'm putting it up one more time. You guys could copy that, screenshot it, or whatever the case may be. Write it down, but go to this link here, and that's where you can purchase your tickets at. Teresa, I appreciate you as always. You know what I mean. I'm always here for you to support you. I apologize for not reaching out earlier. Things has been so chaotic lately, but I meant to save this Tuesday just for you. So I'm glad that you guys were able to make it and be able to do this.
We're
And I
glad to
look
be
forward to
here.
seeing you all Saturday. We'll be back next week with the first of the month freestyle show. So there's no telling what we're going to be talking about, current events and whatever you guys want to discuss. As usual, be very intentional throughout the course of this week. As I always say, um, contact somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, just to let them know that you were thinking about them, that they matter to you. The importance of it, you never know what it does for an individual that's going through. You just never know the difference it'll make in their lives. Having said that, I hope everybody has a blessed weekend. Stay safe. And as usual, signing off, DeAndre and Lisha, know that Daddy loves you intentionally, but I also love you unconditionally. Till next week, peace.
Peace.
Peace.